Hey everyone, I'm Will Venus. Welcome back to Will Venus Autistic, the place where we talk exclusively about autism. So today I wanted to share some really good information with you about how to combat food aversion and things like texture and things if you're someone that suffers with sensory processing disorder, or if you know someone that suffers with it, like your partner, your child, whomever. But before I go ahead, as with anything pertaining to your health, if you've got any concerns, please consult your GP, physician, doctor, or whomever it is that you see about your general medical health. That's the housekeeping out of the way, so let's get into this. So, autistic people often suffer with something called sensory processing disorder. Just said that a moment ago. Repetition, my traits coming out. Now, I personally don't really have a lot of problems with food, evidently, but my husband does. And around 3 to 4 years ago, we sat down and had a conversation because his diet is very limited and not really that nutritious. And so we had to come up with a way to find how he could introduce fresh fruit and vegetables into his diet. Now, his problem with fresh fruit and vegetables is he does not like the texture of raw fruit and vegetables or even semi-cooked fruit and vegetables. It's the texture that really sets him off. It sets off his anxiety and it sets him into a spiral and meltdown, so we couldn't have that. This is the way that worked for us. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, it's not foolproof, but it might work for you, because it did work for us. As we both identified that he cannot abide the texture of raw fruit and vegetables, we thought, well, what textures do you like? And he said that he likes really smooth consistencies of food. He doesn't like lumps in his food because he feels he's going to choke on them. And I thought, okay, well, you like the taste, but you don't like the texture, so how can we eradicate the texture? And I thought, easy. Soup. Get a load of vegetables, cook them, and then along with your lentils or whatever, pulses or whatever it is you put into your soup, boil them all down, soften them, and completely blitz it in the blender or use a hand blender. That way you've got all those lovely nutrients that are contained within the pot, and they're contained within the water because vitamin C is water soluble. So they're all contained within the pot. It's going to get all those lovely nutrients. And that's what we did. So that was with the soup, to introduce vegetables. I'll get on to the fruit bit in a wee while. But I thought I would kind of cover the savoury before the sweet, like usually the way you would eat. Like soup, main, pudding. Never mind. And now he pretty much has soup every single day. He really likes my lentil soup. Lentil and pancetta soup. It is gorgeous, even if I do say so myself. And yeah, we're able to introduce a whole load of different vegetables because they're all hidden. You can't actually see them, but they're in there, and he's got all those lovely nutrients going in, and his health has really benefited from that. Now getting on to differently textured foods, so things like we're both meat eaters, so this won't apply if you're vegetarian, vegan, and he was always feeling very tired, and we suspected that he was quite anemic, because when you don't eat things like red meat and other food sources that are rich in iron, you become anemic. And so he likes mince, beef mince. So the way that I introduced that was, when I'm taking the meat out of the packet, to chop it all up, pop it in the pot, and I don't brown it, I cover it in water, and when it's covered in water, just cold water, mash it up with a potato masher, and the bits become really tiny. And that's how I introduced that, because the smaller the bits of food were, the less likelihood that he feels he's going to choke on them when he's swallowing them. And so you could incorporate that into things like spaghetti bolognese, chili, lasagna, or whatever else that is mince-based meals. So there's another way that can work for you. Also, just a little bit of psychology here. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but I do have a great interest in reading up about it. If your partner or your child or whoever it is that's in your life is struggling with different textures of food, don't project your frustration onto them, because although you really want the best for that person, and then they're trying or sampling this food and they're taking it the wrong way or not enjoying it, and you're like, oh, this is so frustrating. I appreciate it's really frustrating, but can you imagine what it's like for that other person when they're not able to sample the food that everyone else seems to enjoy? Yeah? If they don't like it, that's okay. But if they do like it, obviously say, oh, I'm really glad you enjoy it. We're going to have so much fun making meals out of whatever food it is, new food it is that they're trying. And getting onto the sweet bit now. So with the fruit, if you're someone that struggles with texture, just make a smoothie. Buy a load of frozen fruit, which is actually sometimes cheaper than buying fresh fruit for some odd reason. A load of bags of different fruit, pop them in the blender, make a smoothie, and you've got all that gorgeous fruit that's getting into your system. And we all know the benefits of eating fresh fruit and vegetables. It makes a profound difference to your life if you've got a good balanced diet. Now these are just some of the tips that work for us. Like I said, they might work for you, they might not. If there's anything else that works for you, please share it in the comments below so that we can share information, because when we start to share information, there's other people that will appreciate it and that find these tips so transformative, because these tips that I've shared with you, they've been so transformative for my husband, and they've actually worked for other people that I've spoke with privately. So I'll share that below. Do check out some of my other content, which I'll leave linked in the description. And like I said, if you're new, subscribe. Please share this video to someone if you feel it will be of use to them. And a like if you found this video useful. And yeah, anything else you would like to tell me, leave it below in the comments. And I will see you again soon with another video. Take care, keep shining. Bye.